Good evening and welcome to our next virtual concert, Italian Baroque. We've got a great array of music for you this evening, works by Vivaldi, Scarlatti, Tartini and much more. And a little later on in the programme there's a fantastic 18th century Venetian gondola song that we would really love you to join in with us on, and John will be teaching you that as we go as well. I'm coming from Cambridgeshire. This is my music room in Cambridgeshire. I'll be playing the trumpet a little bit later on. And let's meet the other musicians who we've got playing for us this evening.
I'm Miriam, I play the recorder and I'm in London.
I'm Miri, I play the cello and I'm in Finchley in London as well.
I'm John and I'm a singer who sings baritone and I'm in Staines just outside of London.
I'm Marta, I play the harpsichord and I'm in Galicia in Spain.
Hello, I'm Simone, I play the Baroque violin and I am in Pescara, central Italy.
I'm going to be playing some Domenico Gabrielli. It's his 7th Ricercar from his publication, which was 7 Ricercars and a canon for 2 celli, as well as some cello sonatas. The Ricercars, sonatas and canon are actually considered to be among the first works written for the cello as a soloistic instrument, and they demonstrate more of its virtuosic capabilities. This is a contrast to what the cello was mostly playing at the time, which is the basso continuo lines in chamber music. So this is the Gabrielli.
So the first song I'm going to sing for you was recorded on the 25th of May 2019 at York Mansion House. The song is Vittoria Mio Core by Giacomo Carissimi. He was known to be a potential successor to Monteverdi in 1643 in Venice. This song, Vittoria Mio Core, is one of 100 cantatas that he wrote, that is, small songs. The words tell the story of a man who has overcome the shackles of love and is able to feel much freer in his life.
Vittoria, 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 mio cuore, non lagrimar più, e sciolta l'amore la vil servitù. Vittoria, Vittoria, mio cuore, non lagrimar più, e sciolta l'amore la vil servitù, e sciolta l'amore la servitù. C'allempia i tuoi panni frastolo di sguardi, convezzi bugiardi, li spose e gli inganni, le frodi, gli affanni non hanno più loco del crudo suo fuoco e spento l'ardore. Vittoria, 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 mio cuore, non lagrimar più, è sciolta l'amore la vil servitù. Vittoria, Vittoria, mio cuore, non lagrimar più, è sciolta l'amore la vil servitù, è sciolta l'amore la servitù. A luci ridenti rivar più, e sciolta l'amore la vil servitù, e sciolta l'amore la servitù.
Hi guys! So from York to Staines, where I currently am, I'm going to sing for you very shortly from my bedroom. The song I'm going to sing is Amarilli mia bella, Amaryllis my beloved, and it's by Giulio Caccini, who is noted to have been the first composer to write a Baroque opera. That is around 1600-1602, and his musical style really reflects the period and changes in taste and much more focus on text and freedom with the music in relation to singing as if you are speaking. This song tells the story of a man who struggles with the doubt that his lover has towards him. She questions him, "Do you actually love me?" And he tries to convey how much he loves her through the intensity of this music.
Amarilli mia bella, non credi del mio cor, dolce desio d'esser tu l'amor mio. Credilo pur, e se ti morta sale, prendi questo mio strale, aprimi il petto e vedrai scritto in core Amarilli, Amarilli, Amarilli è il mio amore. Credilo pur, e se ti morta sale, prendi questo mio strale, aprimi il petto e vedrai scritto in core Amarilli, Amarilli, Amarilli è il mio amore. Amarilli è il mio amore.
So I'm now going to play three short pieces on the Baroque trumpet, and they're all by the composer Girolamo Fantini. He was a really key Italian trumpeter at the start of the 17th century, and he ended up being the Grand Duke of Tuscany's court trumpeter. It's likely that he lived in Florence for a lot of that time. And he wrote this remarkable method book in 1638, which to this day is still a really useful resource of knowing how to play the Baroque trumpet. And in that method book there's also some nice little tunes to play. The first I'm going to play is a balletto, which is just three short kind of rustic Italian dances. And then the final two little pieces that I'm going to play are both kind of fanfare-like pieces. And what's a nice story about them, I suppose, is that each one of them is kind of dedicated to a wealthy Florentine family. So the first one that we hear is the Canangiani family, and then the second one is the Guidoni family. And as you'll hear, I particularly like the second one, for the Guidoni family. It's more florid on the trumpet, and it even has a time signature change in the short fanfare. So maybe Fantini liked the Guidonis a little bit more than the Canangianis, but you can decide.
Good evening, I'm Marta Lopez and I'm joining in from Galicia, Spain. I'm very happy to be joining forces with my friends from Baroque and Baroque to take you through this journey of Italian music. Tonight I will be performing on the harpsichord the Sonata in F major K151 by Domenico Scarlatti. Domenico was born in Naples into a musical family. Indeed, his father, Alessandro, was a very well-known composer. Very early on his career, Domenico moved away to earn his living. He first left for Portugal and then moved to Spain, where he spent most of his life. He wrote the amazing number of more than 500 sonatas for the harpsichord. And it's interesting to know that when he wrote this, most of them were written for the same person. He actually worked at the royal court. He was the personal tutor of the Queen, Maria Barbara de Braganza. We think that he must have been a very accomplished harpsichordist because a lot of these pieces are very virtuosistic. As well as the Italian heritage, these pieces contain a mix of influence from the popular music in Spain and the sound world he was fascinated by when he came to this country. And I think it's also very interesting to remember that Domenico was born in the very same year as Johann Sebastian Bach and Handel. What a year 1685 was.
Hello again, I'm Simone and I'm one of the Baroque violinists of Baroque and Baroque. Today I'm really delighted to be able to share with you some of my favorite pieces from the solo violin repertoire of the Italian style. I will start with a few pieces by Nicola Matteis. He was one of the most famous Italian composer and violinist of the 17th century. He spent most of his life in London and he found great success there. Today I will play the Passaggio Rotto, Andamento Veloce and Fantasia in A minor, taken from his famous collection of airs for the violin. Then I will perform two movements of Sonata by Giuseppe Tartini, Sonata for solo violin, no bass, in B minor. Giuseppe Tartini was one of the most famous Italian violin virtuosos and composers as well of the 18th century. And the movements are Allegro assai and Giga. To end my virtual performance, I will present an arrangement, a really fun arrangement I made of a violin concerto by Antonio Vivaldi, the famous Italian Baroque composer. And I made this arrangement with an app, and it's basically the violin concerto in G major from his collection of L'Estro Armonico. Really famous concerto, maybe you already know it, and I had so much fun making it, and I hope you enjoy listening to it. Thank you.
So now we come to our 18th century Venetian gondolier song. John is primed in Venetian outfit, ready to sing this really catchy tune. And one of the reasons we chose this is that it's got a nice little catchy chorus at the end, which we would absolutely love for you to join in on at home. And John will teach you this little bit, the little chorus, before he sings the whole song, so you can see how it fits into place. Really catchy little tune, and I hope it transports you to Venice, and you can imagine hearing this little song on the canals, drifting in the air in the evening, and sung by the gondoliers.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Cari amici, benvenuti nella mia gondola. Vi piace cantare? Sì? La 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 la. E voi? La 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 la. Bene, bene. Cominciamo. Cos'è sta cosa? La sera in piazza, se sempre in mossa, non so che razza. Sempre se vede in su e in giù. Cos'è sta cosa? La sera in piazza, se sempre in mossa, non so che razza. Sempre se vede in su e in giù, eserciti illustrissimi, che va in vesta da camera. Musi di mamera, cucurucu. Musi di mamera, cucurucu. Musi di mamera, cucurucu. Molto bene! Sì, 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 sì.
We've had a lot of fun putting these virtual concerts together, and we're really, really grateful for everybody who's been watching and sharing things on social media. We're really keen to keep that, hopefully, live music kind of element going, and we've got a really big, exciting project that we're in the deep of at the moment, working on, and there'll be news next week. So early next week, you're going to find out a lot more about this. I know we've been a little bit coy up until now. But it's going to celebrate everything that Ibrahim does. You know, we're very lucky in that it's such a flexible group, soloists, instrumentalists, and bigger scale things as well, so chorus as well. So expect a bit of everything that you might expect to see if you've been to an Ibrahim concert before. Of course, it's a pretty uncertain time going forward for all musicians, and we'd be extremely grateful if you're able to do so, to give a small donation at the end of this concert, and there'll be details on the screen now that tell you how to do this. In these challenging times, we're extremely grateful for your support. We recommend a donation of £5, but any donation is gratefully received if you're able to make one. The donation will go towards supporting the musicians you've heard today, as well as helping to secure the future of Ibaraka Baroque. In order to continue striving to further develop our work, we require your support to make this happen. And you'll also see the link that takes you securely to pay online via PayPal, and we're really, really very grateful for your support. And so now to our final piece.
For our last piece, we're going back into the archives again to a time where we could all play together in the same place. This is from earlier on this season in Tunbridge Wells. It's the last movement of Vivaldi's Autumn from his Four Seasons. Only here, rather than a violin concerto, it is taking the recorder centre stage. This is really a special piece for us. We were due to be recording this over this lockdown period as a part of the next Ibaraka Baroque CD. Sadly, of course, lockdown has prevented us from being able to move forward with this project, but it's something that we're hoping to be able to pick up where we left off as soon as it is safe for us to do so. In this version of Vivaldi's Four Seasons, it becomes more of a chamber music work. It's reduced forces, so there's me on the recorder, Miri on the cello, and Seb on the harpsichord, which gives it a really different, more intimate feel, I think, than the original concerto. And where possible, the recorder tries to emulate the violin here. For example, in this movement, you'll briefly hear where the violin is asked to play double stops, so the player is asked to do two notes at the same time. The the recorder does the same thing by using two recorders at the same time. It's a really great piece, and I love performing this, so please do keep a lookout for this project and how we can pick it up after lockdown, and hope to bring you more of this Vivaldi very soon. So for now, this is the last movement of Vivaldi's Autumn.
At dawn, the hunters set out with horns to hunt. We hope you've enjoyed our Italian-themed concert. Keep a lookout on social media for what we've got coming up next. But for now, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.